What's going on, guys? This is a comment section. What is this, number 31 or 32? I don't even remember where we're at right now. I think this is 31. Cool. And this should be the end of what I have right now, at least. Okay, so this is a Queen, You Take My Breath Away. Johnny Laps, what's going on, buddy? Justin, if you were producing a Queen record, what would you try to achieve with a singer like Freddie? Oh my God. This is super loaded. This is a super loaded question, and it completely depends. If you didn't know, I produce for Earth, Wind and Fire, which is kind of a band like Queen in terms of they're a legacy band. They're an older band, right? They're like of that era. Earth, Wind and Fire being what, older than, are they older than Queen? They probably started around the same time, actually, because Queen was Smile, and that was like late 60s. And let me see, I just want to get like exact, just so that I'm not just saying things that are not accurate. Let me get somewhere a little bit more exact. Okay, so yeah, years active, Earth, Wind and Fire, years active, 1969. Right? In 1969, Maurice White, a former session drummer for Chess Records, that was that blues record label out of Chicago, former member of the Ramsey Lewis trio. Ramsey Lewis, if you guys don't, I love Ramsey Lewis, right? Ramsey Lewis records are really cool, and I have some that have got Maurice on it. Joined Two Friends of Chicago. Okay, right. So 69. Okay. And then Queen, 70. Let's call it around the same time, right? Around the same time, because I know that they were in Smile, that was in the late 60s, all that kind of thing. So anyways, they're around the same time, right? And I did get to write and produce for them. So in a way, in a weird way, I kind of have been in this situation, just not specifically for Queen. And doing that is probably, no, it is. It's extremely different than working with a band that is both younger and or not established, less established, etc. So I'm not going to just go in there and try to achieve specific things with just the singer. I'm going to let them do their thing. Because they've been doing it, they're known for it. They're super established already. So what I specifically was trying to do was first do what they wanted, because they wanted certain things out of me, right? In terms of songs and stuff like that. They say they want certain types of songs, certain songs. So then it's like, okay, then I have to write those songs. Right? I have to make that happen. It's not just the songs that I think they want or that I think sounds like them or anything like that. I mean, I need to make it sound like them in ways, like, okay, I have to utilize horns. I have to utilize, like they have these elements to them, like the things that make their music sound like them, right? And we have a huge back catalog of music to pull from to get those elements that tell us what the elements are. Does this make sense? Right? No different than Queen. It's like if I were doing Queen, it's like, okay, we need to do the vocal overdubbing. We need to do the guitar choir overdubbing. These are aspects of the music that make it sound like them. When it gets put on, when people hit play and they hear these things, they think Queen. No different than they think Earth, Wind and Fire. They think whoever. It doesn't matter. Right? I was trying to get certain things, since I'm a bass player, and they knew that, right? I was trying to do certain things with Verdine. Some of those things were able to happen. Some of those things were not able to happen because, again, they're not a newer band or a younger band or any of that kind. Just where they are in their career, it's different. They have more control over themselves, over their process, over their world, over their thing, and they deserve that. They have earned that, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're outside of that, you're just kind of going in and doing your thing, and then you're being welcomed into their thing. That's different than if it's a newer band, a less developed band, and you're going in as a more experienced producer or whatever, and you're helping them mold their, it's like they're coming to you into your thing. You know what I mean? That's actually a very good way of putting it to me. That's the big difference. I was going into their thing as opposed to them coming into my thing. You know? That's not to say that my hands aren't on it. My thing and how I do things aren't, that comes with me. That comes with whoever you are, right? But do you get what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, I would let Freddie be as amazing as he is. And how do we facilitate that? That's all that matters. And he's going to know how. He's going to know how. I just need to, let you do your thing. And, oh, you need this from me? Let me do this. What else do you need from me? Be of service. Because ultimately, it's a service. Cool. All right. Hopefully that answers your question a bit. All right. Next. Johnny Laps, what's going on? So, yes, you have been commenting a lot, and thank you. Thank you. Somebody I love. Justin, you must be a musician. Yes. Yes, you're new to the channel. Thank you. Because you have a great ear. Thank you. Yes. This is a songwriter song, brilliant in its structure and progressions. Okay. Yeah, I must have picked this comment out just to be nice to myself sometimes. Okay, yes, I am a musician. I've been doing music for decades. Yes. I have a very small resume. I don't have, I don't have some inflated ego. I'm not like incredible. There's people way light years ahead of me. I'm just a lowly guy on the internet, So anyways, but I've had many cool experiences that I am grateful for. Cool. All right. Anyways, up next. Queen, it's late. Will Koval Kinnear, 8045. What's going on? You are way too negative about the best band of all times. Am I? I don't think I am. It's a good thing you weren't following me during the Rush thing, because I feel like I like the Queen stuff better than the Rush stuff for the most part. I don't know. I mean, that's not to say that I don't like Rush or don't like their music or anything like that, but I feel like there were probably rougher periods so far, at least, with the Rush stuff than with the Queen stuff. Rush also had a way bigger catalog, frankly. Yeah, lots of different periods there. So that leaves a lot of different periods to like and dislike, just all that kind of thing. I don't think I'm that negative. Come on. I'm just trying to be realistic here and also give you my opinion, which I suppose sometimes can be negative. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not trying to be negative. Okay. Next, last, final one. Wow, amazing. Yes Head, what's going on? Concrete Blonde, Little Sister. Good reaction. Interestingly, relatively subdued vocal on this one. I like the basic drum guitar bass arrangement, but I think you make a good point that if you're going to write songs that have familiar changes and arrangements, you'll need to bring something extra to the table in terms of performance or production or something. This is probably when I was comparing Concrete Blonde to Tragically Hip, because they both have that singer, that something. They both have that, right, in terms of in performance, right? Fortunately for these guys, Johnette had that special ingredient. That's right. And again, it's the same. I just did a few donation requests for the Tragically Hip. It's the same thing with them. It is, because the music is familiar changes and arrangements and things like it, just things that you've heard before. It's not specifically interesting or piquing interest in that kind of way. The thing that gets you is the performance by their vocalists, right? Gord Downie is really something, right? He's got it. Same thing with Johnette. Johnette is something. She's got it. They're both very captivating, and that's great to listen to. You need that, it's like among the definitions of like a front person. There are all kinds of different front people, right? There are, and people often have their ideas of what they should be, and they should have, this attitude or this kind of like cockiness, or those are the ones with the egos, and just different stereotypes or whatever. There are all types. There are all types. It's still just people. Like, that's how I see it. I'm just like, there are people. Some people are jerks. Some people are cool. Some people are awkward or weird. Or some people, it's whatever. Some people are normal and very down to earth, and it's whatever. I'm not like starstruck in that kind of way. With people, I just think people are people. I don't care if you got a billion, zillion dollars, or if you're living on the street. That's how I try to treat people. Because I've been around all of them, all of them, in all kinds of. I've been around people that run the world and run their own world, and that's it, and even that's difficult for them. You know what I mean? So they're all just people. They're all just people. But yeah, specifically talented at what they do. That's the thing. That's the thing. And that's a cool thing. There has to be something else. And that's the thing also about it, is that you're talking about, writing songs that have familiar changes and arrangements. You can have that. Your song can be basic or stripped or just any of that. I don't need personally, but also like you in general, people don't need things to be like so incredibly intricate or complicated. It doesn't need to be that. You can have, I almost actually prefer just spicing of that, because then it makes it more interesting, because you need to be able to connect, and things like that will help you connect, because it'll be familiar right off the bat to people. But you also need that something to differentiate yourself, and also to just add that extra specialness, that extra sparkle, that extra shine, to your thing, that's going to make it memorable and people latch on to you, that kind of thing. It matters. That matters. So anyways, very cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.